Shiva here. Actually, hope everybody is fine actually, but yeah. So today is Pongal holiday, so I decided to prepare one video for our SAP group. So today I like to discuss about SAP implementation methodology. So back in back in days, actually, when I was working in implementing SAP ERP implementation with ASAP methodology, so we have many best practices and used by the many SAP partners. So the consultants within the team had to learn the various different phases of the project and understand what was the uh, expected to be achieved. A typical ERP project for a large enterprise, right? So normally a question will come. So how many days or how many months for a bigger enterprise to get into SAP or SAP implementation for the bigger enterprise. So in that case, actually we can say it is roughly around 12 months. So because actually the complexity of the process, various models are involved in that, and due to the ASAP methodology, time consumption in each phases, so it will roughly around a minimum of 12 months. So this lead to the cost of the project being deemed very expensive by the client, and most of the persons actually they will think actually many clients actually they will think actually going for SAP with the larger expensive and with the bigger time will consume more time, and actually normally actually I think they are looking for kind of other ERP softwares. I'm not interested to tell those things, but my aim here is actually how SAP improved their package solutions, how fast they moved from the larger time implementation to shorter span of time they are going for implementations, how they cut the cost. So nowadays implementations are I mean, it's not a big deal. So cost is also, I mean, that not that much faster than the earlier days, and time also very short span of time, maximum 6 months for even actually some rapid deployment solutions of the methodology will take only 3 to 4 months also we can complete it, right? So the main grips from the client related to time and the cost of the project, and so the lack of tangible benefits. So whatever thing the possible, right? The tangible benefits related to implementation. So all these things are possible, and over the past few years of agile methodology, so agile methodology has become now popular in case of SAP implementation. So one of the reasons for the switch, from the sub methodology to agile methodology, due to the changes made by the SAP within the product or business. So, 15 to 20 years ago, SAP and ERP, that is Arba 3, as a core product, and which tried to put number of systems and process into single system. Over time, SAP moved from this model by releasing products like CRM, SRM, Supply Chain Manager, that is ACM, and Business Intelligence BA, and started acquiring a number of solutions as well. The main difference between ASAP and Agile was the speed. New functionality was released to the customer by reducing by reducing the scope and releasing small chunks of functionality. The business started to feel the benefit earlier than with the less cost, because when you are going for the earlier Alpha 3 purchase, right, software purchase, so it is combined with many models and many functionality. So even though the particular client is not interested to implement HCM or HR, SAP HR, but actually as an inbuilt functionality, it is coming as a by default the product, or it will come as a integrated product. Say some supplier is not interested in SRM or SCM, so, but actually everything will be inbuilt in the system. So they need to purchase the purchase the software with a huge cost, even though that particular model is not required, that will come as a add-on product or inbuilt product. So nowadays, those solutions, the problems are now that SAP splitted that solutions into different, say, CMS, ACM, SRM, BI, so or CRM like that. So whichever model is required, that particular model or software only, package only they need. So this kind of approach was made by the SAP, and clients will get a lower cost software and also help to prioritize the scope of the functionality, which functionality they require, what is the scope required, so that they can easily provide it the least benefit and get the priority and may never think on the huge cost. So but here one thing here for the consultant who are working in implementation, so there was a big learning curve. So when I worked with Agile around 4 to 5 years ago, and so it was a big, big surprise, or I can say a shock. So I had to learn about sprints and scrums, right? So in Agile, so and I had to work much more as a team player also. Earlier, actually, I will work as a, say, if I'm a team lead or a project manager, so I don't want to involve in the technical phases. But now, actually, I need to, as the team size is reduced, and as per the new sprints and Scrum methodologies, so I need to play as a team player. So plenty of consultants struggled with Agile, and technical consultants sometimes found a change. They found the change more painful as they had to open up and communicate as a part of the wider team. Okay, when I see quickly the benefits of the methodology, not only from customer delivery point of view, but also in the personal growth. So one has to learn all the SAP aspects of learning. So project management as a team player or a delivery manager, kind of all the roles they will play. So now we have to change our perceptions around the project implementations, and we currently promote agile implementation even for the large customers, right, with the large scopes and the time frames. This opinion was backed up by a couple of years ago, and with a visit to Waldorf and actually chat with many users and product manager. So in their office, I saw some new wallpaper, but in the on the close inspection, that I that it was a detail of current springs that they were a part of what I believe, and they feel happy to be corrected here. So the agile methodology has been adapted by the most of the SAP product management team and allow new functionality to be released more frequently, which is often very great to both from the customer end as well as the consultant end or an IT company end. So, however, the new methodology we are referring is not only agile, but it is a rapid deployment methodology called RDS. In short, we are calling as RDS. So this RDS can be used in most of the companies, most of the IT or manufacturing companies who are undergoing SAP implementation, right? And as far as I am aware, there is not a formal name for this. So we can take it as this methodologies as some XYZ kind of thing. So the new methodology aligns, closely to Agile, but it is far from, I mean, somewhat differ from the Agile. So from consultant point of view, there are a number of differences, right? So I'm first jotting out the consultant's view of new Agile. It's not Agile, more or less like Agile, but not Agile, like that. So, like in actually normally in Tamil films, actually S.J. Surya, one director, is telling it is there but not there, like that. It's like an illusion kind of thing. So, let us talk about the benefits for a consultant, or from the consultant point of view. Okay, the scope is fixed, first one, and then defined upfront. And normally the scope is defined during the project, not I mean, it is defined during the project, but not before the project. That is important. So the ownership of task will differ, right? So based on the Scrum methodologies and all, okay, Sprint and Scrum methodologies. For example, testing and training is the responsibility of the client and not the SAP partner, okay. And most of the decisions are made prior to the start of the project. Within Agile team, they will decide the priority of the release and work close together. So they will decide which one. Say, for example, if we need a label development that is important, then they will prioritize it and they will postpone the other functionalities. But in Agile, but ASAP methodology is not like that. We need to finish each step at the time phase, fixed duration. Once it is completed, only we can able to migrate to next phase. Say, for example, during realization, after realization, you need to test it. The function is working, then only we are able to go for system integration testing. And if system integration testing is okay, then only you can recommend for UAT and all, right? So it's a what do you call, actually it's a systematic approach, ASAP method. But in agile methodology or RDS kind of in RDS, which is more or like agile methodology, we can skip from one phase to another based on time duration. Okay, for example, in realization phase, they are unable to complete the complete configuration activity. So whatever at what stage they have completed, they will immediately switch over to next one, and they will test it and move to production. And later on, actually after the actually after the go live and all, actually they can able to work on the configuration, and again they will test and whatever thing actually UA unit testing or system integration testing or UAT or regression testing, they can do at any point in time. But thing is, then they need to adhere to the particular time they are defined with the sprints and the Scrum methodology. That is very important. So each sprint will have a time duration. So that duration will be adhered to by the each one in the agile team. It's not like just opposite to ASAP methodology. Okay, so that is important. And change of scope are not allowed within the without, I mean, change to scope, right? Change to scope, right? If any scope is to be changed, it cannot be allowed without a change request. Agile allows scope creep as it is, say, as the scope creep is long and is fall into the sprint. So these are the things. And now we have this question actually, what is really meant to the consultant? So the real meaning is consultants, those who have moved from ASAP, that is waterfall, to Agile, should be able to move with the RDS. This RDS methodology simply we can tell start, deploy, and run. It's pretty basis. Is a pretty basis, and it's a rapid deployment. So the biggest concern we have to face with the new methodology is how changes are managed, and this audience is a fixed price, scope, and time. Okay, this main important is fixed audience is having fixed time, fixed scope, fixed timing. There is no change. Any changes to the scope will impact the price and time of the project, and customers will be used to partners, allowing them to make changes prior to blueprint, and the sequencing the changes by keeping time frame and time frame, and customer and consultant need to learn learn the scope of RDS, as this is a legal requirement. Okay, so the customers and consultants need to learn the scope. Without scope learning, they cannot able to achieve RDS, which is a legal requirement. So it is similar to a consultant sticking to the scope and scope defined in the blueprint. But the biggest challenge will be the customer not asking for additional changes. That is important, and customers should be aware that changes are not allowed, and if they are required, they will impact the price and time. And it is therefore prudent for the client to ask the questions ask a change for the change the fund to be built in the project plan. So RDS, although popular, is fairly new. One of the message from SAP is that customers come back to RDS methodology once they have implemented, and they are the customers who have brought the programs of RDS, say 6 to 10 in one go, right? As with this change of agile, the project manager become critical for the success of the project. Okay, and it is recommended that both the SAP partner and customer have their own project managers. So both the teams will have the project managers. Okay, uh, so I mean, they will need to work it closely to align the expectation of the consultants, the customers, business users, ensure it is a success. It is clear to me that the project manager with RDS experience will become very frequently sought out person. I mean, actually, he will get more opportunities, and he will become sought for after new resource over the coming months. Okay, so this kind of agile methodology will be predominantly used in all the projects, right? Actually, this is very important, and the scope is defined upfront and signed by the customer before the work commences. The customer is taken ownership for for the aspect of project like testing. The changes are not allowed as they impact the project cost and delivery date. And then scope creep is not allowed within the agreed tolerance. Otherwise, change request is required. So, we based on the Prince 2 ASAP and Agile to ensure we have a solid structure that can fit into the short time scale and customer budget. This is very important. Okay, and hope actually many person already knows that about the difference between the agile and ASAP. So agile is a very short term project and it is suitable for any industry, and ASAP is a very time consuming project, and the cost of the implementation will be more, right? So these are the main difference, as well as the ASAP methodology. We need to have, yeah, I mean, each phase will have a defined work. Without completion of that work, so we cannot do that. So that is what we are calling waterfall methods, waterfall methodology. So once the end is not completed, then the next phase will not completed. The realization, if not properly completed, we cannot go for testing and other testing phases. Okay, so every phase will depend on is interconnection. It's like a chain. The ending of the first phase will be the starting of the second phase, and ending of the second phase will be the starting of third phase, like on, and like so on. But agile is not agile methodology or RDS kind of methodology. There is no dependent on each phase, so we can complete some amount of work there, and then we will go for second phases, and whatever we completed, we can test and deploy to production. So this is a very important difference between. So cost is very less. There is no defined time frame to complete a particular task and all. So so what you call actually, to my understanding, I can recommend RDS is the best way when you are going for latest for HANA agile methodologies, right? So that will be better. So it depends on, see, even it depends on the client. I will say big clients actually normally they will look for a disciplined and a structured model like SR. So for a mid scale or a small industry, they will they will try to immediately deploy the SAP, and then actually they need to complete start the business. So in that cases, Agile is the best to recommend the solution compared to ASAP. So ASAP will take some more time, whereas if a business is particular on go live on as early as possible, so Agile with that is RTS rapid deployment solutions will be better. I hope actually this is an already existing thing, so there is no new in the thing. But I like to share this idea with our group, so this will benefit to everyone. Thanks for watching.